there almost dead. It happened that a priest was coming down the road. When he saw the man, he walked to the other side. And then a Levite was coming down that same road. He went over, looked at the man, and walked by on the other side. But there was a Samaritan who came down this same road. And when he saw the man, he had compassion on him. He felt sorry for the man. So he went over and poured in some wine and some olive oil into his wounds. He bandaged him up and then put him on his own beast and took him into town to an inn where he pulls out some money, gives it to the innkeeper, and says, listen, take care of this man until I come back. And if you spend more than what I have given you, then I will repay all that I owe. All right? So then the story shifts back to the young lawyer who comes to Jesus. And Jesus says, which one of these men is a good neighbor? And the man says, well, the man who bandaged up the wounded man, the man who paid for him to have somewhere to stay until he came back. And Jesus said, well, okay then, you've answered correctly. Then what you do is do the same thing that this man did. Now, brothers and sisters, this is the story in childlike simplicity and graphic detail. But I want us to go back and dissect it, look at it, and bring out certain points and certain principles that we need as Christians to focus on, and if not focus, but refocus on in the year of 2021. All right? Now, in this particular story, we see that there are three types of people on the road. They're classified in three different categories. There are robbers, there are religious people, and then there's a righteous man. Again, there are robbers, there are religious people, then there is a righteous man on the road. Now, there's one person who is a victim, a person that something tragic has happened to. And all three categories of men come down the roadside: the robbers, all right, the religious people, and then the righteous man. And all of them have an opportunity to look at this particular victim on the roadside. But we see three completely different responses to the need. And it is within these three responses that I want to challenge you today as to what category are you fitting in. Are you one of the robbers? Are you one of the religious people? Or are you one of the righteous people? Okay, let's look at it. The story says that a certain man went from Jerusalem down to Jericho on the Jericho road, and he fell among robbers. He fell among robbers. Now understand that when this man started out on his daily journey, when he set his schedule for the day, he did not know, and he was unaware of what lay awaiting for him on the Jericho road. All he knew is that he was trying to get from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he was unaware of what was on the road waiting for him. And brothers and sisters, what we've got to understand about life is that when we start our day, when we start our week, when we start the month, we really don't know what awaits us down the road. We don't know what's going to happen to us. We don't know who we're going to encounter. We don't know what situation or circumstances that will befall us before we get to where we are intending to go. Huh? This story, if you look at it, it says a certain man. In some translation, it says a Jewish man. But because it says a certain man, I was